Hello, people. How's everybody doing tonight? 7th the 2nd here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. This came through. I also have to respond to that guy. All right. Oh, you know what? How do you guys think? Oh, all right. Hope you have you doing a good Tuesday. So, God, excuse me. Wait, did my chat bot just die? Okay, yeah, he is still there. I want to make sure because I didn't see him come up right away. I had to originally at the start of the stream, I was gonna have the cats in my room. Like one of the cats literally would have been like right here in shot, chilling. But I had to scrap that plan. Because if you can't tell, I'm kind of loud. And unlike my speakers that are basically pointed away from my door, my voice will carry out my door because I'm not like pointed away from it. Oh, and like I don't have anything there. So the thing is, one of my roommates was talking about going to sleep early tonight. And I went, oh shit, about 30 seconds before the stream started. Because I can't close the door with the cats in here. They'll go nuts. And I don't have a way to just crack my door so that they could just leave when they needed to. So I said, all right, that's it. I got to kick y'all out. And by kick them out, I mean, I take a ping pong ball and I make some noise with it, like scrape it along the ground so it makes that good noise. And then I just roll it from in their vision to out of their vision. And they go, and they run after it. And then I just close the door. Like if my roommate wasn't asleep or wasn't getting ready to go to bed, I probably would, I would probably just leave the door open. They're being chill. Like this was one of the this was Woody literally asleep in my lap earlier today. And he loves to do this shit all the time. Literally all the time. So it's like I try to leave my door open at night or during the day when I'm just not doing anything, or like I don't need to be quiet for anything. One, because it keeps my room a little cooler. And then the cats come in. Woody likes to jump up in my lap and just fall asleep. He is a very affectionate cat. Stormy, on the other hand, is still very skittish around me. Like I can pet her and everything, but I have not gotten her to the point where I can like pick her up and put her in my lap. I have not gotten to that point yet. So it's a little unfortunate, but I'm working on her. And we recently did just find out that yes, Stormy is a guy, Stormy's a boy, and no, Stormy's a girl and Woody's a boy. I got that backwards. So we're working. we're getting Woody actually has gotten significantly better. He almost scratched my leg today. I could feel the sharp point, and I'm like, no. Well, it's more like going ow, 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 like just saying ow loudly to him. And he's been getting it. Like today, when he jumped up in my lap and fell asleep, he got up there with no claws. He was able to jump completely from the floor to my lap, no issue. And so that was good. That's what I want. And even for like a little bit when he was sitting on my bed, I just sat next to him. Stormy likes to sit under my bed. She likes to like the dark confined space underneath my bed. So she likes it back. She likes it under there. Woody's one of those kind of cats that, like, if you are nearby and he wants attention, he will come up to you. Stormy, on the other hand, likes to sit on our modem because it's really warm. So, I'm trying to think what happened today. If anything really major happened. Mostly I got up in the morning around my normal time for support lead. And, oh, fuck. That is going to happen today, isn't it? Shit. My brain hadn't put 2 and 2 together yet. I have a meeting at 7:30 tomorrow morning. So we should just fucking get going. I probably don't need to be on the meeting, to be perfectly honest, because I'm not doing much on that meeting. But I try to be there because I'm the support lead. And even if I'm not the lead on the issue, I want to be there to help in case I need help. So we should get going so I have time to do stuff. And then I'm going to also hit this button so it'll prep the other screens. All right, so last time, I believe we were literally about to question Old Bag, because she showed back up, about what the hell she saw, because she didn't see what she thinks she saw, and we have to prove it to her so she can tell us what she really saw. You ever have one of your noses, one of your nostrils, just like close for like a half second, just like a split second, and it's just enough to throw literally everything out of whack. Literally everything out of whack. Is that good for you guys? Is that good levels? All right. I did manage to save everything, so I have everybody's thing. I think I remember what we have to press, but let's or what I have to present. But let me just press everything. You mean to break from being the pink badger?
I mean that. Look it. But it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweat. Your hip. Oh no, we did read all of these. Okay.
So this is just go straight to the thing. Okay, yeah, it's the second statement. It's clearly the second statement. Two men? How did you know the true gender of the people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time? Furthermore, I have another matter I would like to inquire about. Ooh. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony.
Ah!
I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier.
The second tier? Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, using a phrase in the metaphorical sense.
Oh. You see, our witness still has a screw loose. Not even necessarily in the metaphorical sense. She's insane.
The cushy seats reserved for the second tier, in the second tier reserved for the hotshot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and get to take a nap.
I can't see how you've gotten a good look from up there. It's so high up. Were you able to see even the victim's costume from all the way up there?
Well, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. The deeper we dig into her testimony, the more holes we find. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, Not like when I was young, when people used to come eagle-eyed windy and the spotted good man for 2 days away. It's like, of course, I didn't notice it was flashing the movie.
Just absolutely vomiting words. Oh, here's the other thing. So if you saw my Twitter earlier, I was originally supposed to start at 8. My roommate told me that he needed help with something. Oh, no, never mind. I was like, wait, it's been 2 minutes since this. No. He has a project that he needs help with. Which he needs me to help him with, I guess, part of a project for school. And he's supposed to be pinging me. It was supposed to originally happen around 8. And then my roommate's group partner hasn't shown up, and he's like 20 at this point, like 50 minutes late, and has given no word or no indication of what's going on. So we're kind of just in a holding pattern. He says he's gonna ping me whenever his partner gets here, and we'll go from there. So I might have to duck out for a little bit. Hell, I might even have to end even earlier than normal. I might have to end at like midnight. Fuck. All right, let's get going. Oh. Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Jay? You got it. Silhouette of the killer with a gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer? Well, I can't into the input what we don't know into the little thief. Point. Is this over the shadow of the stage? It looks like they broke the stage down. I guess this means they're done for the day. Maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start to run tomorrow. Wait. Do we have a thing for this? Hang on. Is this actually a thing? If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down. Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief? Yes, if you would please. Okay. Well, now this doesn't fucking make sense. Hello. Hello, Mr. Thief. clearly a contradiction here. Please stop stealing my lines. I work very hard to get to these lines. Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me. I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at that time. Yeesh. I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything? Have you met me before? Well, in any case, we need to resolve this unusual situation. Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag?
Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage.
See, now let me just update the info in the simulation. Okay. Okay.
Well, well, what do we have here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see.
Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us.
Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes.
Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium.
I see. Thanks.
For what?
I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that?
Little Thief is not a toy.
You two.
Sir. What the fuck? And it's Troop Gramarye? What the hell?
I saw that. And there you have it. You see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation.
So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer?
Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook.
He's being an absolute bastard today.
This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime?
He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, this my recreation was on the mark.
You see? Thank you for understanding, my little crow girl.
I'm not some common crow. I'm Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend. Unfortunately, your conclusion is yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up. Let's see here. All right. I'm actually going to move Discord in my line of vision. So that way it's much easier for me to see when I get pinged by my roommate. Looks like we found the real crime scene first.
Ha! Brag all you want, but we don't have the time, all that free time, unlike the two of you.
You know what? You know what you remind me of? A dog licking his wound as he whimpers home.
Well, you should be thankful for all that time you saved me.
That'd be Shay Shay? I guess how you'd say that?
That's how we say thanks in my country.
You're welcome. I hope he realizes we didn't do all of this for him.
But I'm here now, so I'll be taking over. As I was saying, this is where the crime took place.
Lying in wait? How did Officer Meekins even know the victim was going to come here?
Simple.
So I need him to do this. I need a bruh forward emote for him. Just bruh. Hang on. All right, that's going in the emote ideas folder. Stuff, images. Emote ideas. We'll take that.
Simple. He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
Huh. And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper?
You mean his motive? Who knows and who cares? You can find out for yourself when you talk to him in jail.
You have no respect for the order of the law.
Don't get me wrong. But I need more than there's no motive to convince me otherwise.
He's right. Lack of motive is a rather weak argument by itself.
So the officer lay in wait on top of the stage.
So, you agree with how our recreation turned out?
Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time.
Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage.
Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decide to put on a Badger stage show of his own?
Maybe there's a completely different reason. I don't know what the fuck I'm getting a whiff of, but that's not what I want to be smelling.
What does it matter? Still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on that stage and shot the victim on the ground below.
So you honestly believe that what you're saying really occurred?
Hey, you're the ones who came up with the scenario. Are you saying you doubt yourselves?
Touche. I didn't have that on the right one for him. Unfortunately, Agent Lang's conclusions do not contradict with our recreation. Does that mean it all just went down as he says? No, not quite. If we had recreated, if what we had recreated earlier was the whole truth. Alright, so I think... Wait. Don't we have... How the fuck? Do we have it backwards? Was he on the stage? Was the murderer on the ground and the victim was on the stage? Is that what happened here? I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. Oh, I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all. Wait, what's that supposed to mean? You said the victim was shot by the killer from above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's just not possible. Huh? Wait, why not? Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located. Okay. I think, he was there. And the gunshots were... He was there and there. Wait, did I even see the guy? No. I didn't get that good of a look. Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon's in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim. Then... Yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above. A clear contradiction. You're discounting your own conclusions? No, this is the one point. Oh, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistake in the parameter in our recreation. Boop. Yeah, buddy. I was like, wait. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, whoa. He was shot from below. How the fuck? Just superior yourself. So I felt bad for my roommate. I hadn't even told him about this yet. So we got these good old classic A&W root beers. One of the best root beers out there in terms of taste, quality, all that shit. He got like a 6 or an 8 pack of them or some shit like that. And I appreciate that he got him for us because he's like, yeah, you guys can have one if you want. So I did. I put one in the fridge. Drank it. I didn't even notice it happened. I opened it, took a sip. Bitch was flat. What? So I looked. The expiration date was 2 years ago. Which means it was bottled probably at the very beginning of 2019. Pre-pandemic soda. It still tastes fine. It tastes like A&W, it's just flat. Which sucks. And I went back and looked. This is actually the most recent of the sodas. This is not even the oldest soda. I think the oldest one in there has a date on it of 2017. Which I have to ask my roommate, where did you get these sodas from? I gotta know. I don't know if there's a way to fix that. I don't know if you could like recarbonate the soda, you certainly want to mix it with carbonated water because that would just dilute the shit. I don't know if there's a... Is there a way to do this? What is the best way to recarbonate? Oh, so it's basically gonna... It basically, you can do it. It's just gonna take, you pretty much do what I thought you would do. You would Oh god. Let's get these out of there. I need those. But it was just unfortunate because A&W is like one of my favorite root beers. With what? I think a close second being like Barks. But either way. Yes, the location of the killer and the victim were wrong.
Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. The victim was on the one on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. If this is what happened, it would also explain the position of the gunshot wounds. But then what about our footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between two kidnappers. That'd be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang?
Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime.
Really?
I asked that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the blue Badger mobile. That story Officer Meekins told about the shop on wheels was getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage on the Wild Wild West area.
You believe he moved the body with the car?
That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way that he did it.
3 tire tread marks are very telling. However, is the blue Badger mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
Hold it.
Hey, roleplay. I mean, case is going fine. We figured it. We've been like coming to the realizations like right around the time when they've been asking us to come to the realizations. Haven't gotten stuck yet. I had my soda for the night. The A&W would have been my soda if it wasn't flat as hell. And I'm sort of just waiting on my roommate to send me a message. That's what I thought it was. And I'm like, I swear I've heard that phrase before, so I kind of just went with what I thought I heard. I have no idea if I even said it right or not. Tire marks?
Yes, the tire marks. The ones there behind the stage.
Don't think I don't fucking notice the troop grammar you shit there.
They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made...
It must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct?
Yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on that blue Badger mobile probably got muddy because of that. I'd say the blue Badger mobile because, well, I mean, it's pretty obvious too.
You only know this because of Sagwa the cat? I don't think I've ever seen or... I'd never even heard of that show before.
Hold it.
3 tire marks? I have to agree that the blue Badger mobile has 3 tires.
Of course! The only thing in this part that could make those marks is that roving shop.
Are you forgetting that there are in fact 3 of them?
You can't simply ignore the pink and the proto Badger mobiles, Agent Lang. Of course! I didn't say it couldn't be either of those other 2. But I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things.
followed Sagwa and her family. And they were a family of Siamese cats owned by Chinese royalty. Oh, okay. That, I don't think I ever really watched a lot of PBS when I was a kid. I honestly don't think I watched a ton of PBS as a kid. Like, I was thinking about it, I'm like, did I? No, like, I'm not even sure I watched fucking any PBS, to be perfectly honest. That's the thing. I don't remember what I watched when I was that young. I know that in like I know that in like elementary school and maybe even kindergarten, Nickelodeon was the hot shit. And then I think that's around the time Cartoon Network kicked in. When did Cartoon Network kick on? I should know this because I have history with Cartoon Network. When did Cartoon Network kick on? All right. I think most of my early era cartoons that I can really remember were like Looney Tunes, like Jetsons, Flintstones, like all of those old ones. Okay. Story time. So this is the thing that happens every year in the Georgia Tech Anime Club. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you could look it up if you really wanted to. The Georgia Tech Anime Club was founded the same year that Cartoon Network first came on to the air as an actual network. This is back when people knew about networks turning on for the very first time. They're like, yes, there's this cartoon. This network's going to be primarily cartoon focused that's turning on at midnight. And this is back when the president and the vice president of the anime club were watching this, or were rooming together at the time at Tech. And so they saw what was about to come up and they went, oh shit, we need to record this. And so one of the things that happens every year at the last meeting of the year, the Georgia Tech Anime Club watches the very first thing that was ever shown on Cartoon Network. Ever. And that's a special thing that I'm not going to tell you what it is. You probably could do research and figure it out. I don't know if this was the exact first thing, but this was absolutely one of the initial things that showed up on Cartoon Network the very first time. I'm just going to tell you it also involves Lava Jesus, because that's absolutely a thing. And we have it somewhere in the storage for the club. There's the actual VHS tape that it was recorded on. But like, not to mention that, like, but that I think we have a digitized version of it now. But absolutely a thing. Not to mention the fact that, like, I grew up on Cartoon Network. I barely remember what the fuck I used to watch. Like, I don't even know if I could tell you what I watched when I was super young. Like, before kindergarten. I know I'm spelling that wrong. Wait, where's the... Okay, there's the one that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the German version. Like, I think I used to watch a lot of Nickelodeon when I was a kid. I'm trying to think of, like, where was the... Yeah, okay, that has to be what it was. I had to have watched a shit ton of Nickelodeon when I was a kid. Especially because, like, I would have been about 4 about that time. And that's where you fucking watched, like, Doug, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, watching fucking Rocko's Modern Life, all those classics. And then they started doing some of, like, the live action shows and all that stuff. And it wasn't until, like, I think it was actually, I was watching Nickelodeon. No, it couldn't have been, because I was watching Cartoon Network back when I was in elementary school, because I remember watching Dragon Ball Z back in Indiana. That had to be 6th grade or prior. So yeah, I was definitely on, like, Nickelodeon, and then Cartoon Network, when it came over, basically took over, and that was the good shit. That's also not the only time I've actually done things with Cartoon Network. I had a senior design project where I worked with Cartoon Network to do, like, a Flash game. And that Flash game was, I guess the way I would describe it would be like, think Dr. Mario, but with, like, Cartoon Network characters, I think is what we ended up doing. And mind you, this was as a senior design project. I don't even have it anymore. I don't even know if anybody in that, I have not talked to anybody in that group that I worked in with that set of people in, like, 5 years easily, maybe more. Of those, like, I don't even know how many people there were in that group. It was 5 of us, I think. I haven't talked to almost any of them since, like, basically, oh hell, maybe even longer. Maybe since college, since I graduated. Yeah. Let's keep going because I'm getting distracted. Of course, if you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct? Of course not. Wait, that was blunt. But suppose that it is a lie. That would explain a lot of things, like his movements and his whereabouts. So you still stand by the claim that the tire marks belong to the Blue Badger mobile? It must have arrived after the scene. It must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder. Hold it. Besides the Blue Badger mobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved. Recall what the Wild Wild West area looked like.
Only the Blue Badger mobile and Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof.
I suppose if we were to look at it, if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. There's some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement regarding to that, with regards to that scene. Looks like the only thing that the car was selling was death, not dreams. Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. The 3 tire tread marks are very telling, however. Is the Blue Badger mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Let's take a look. Oh. All right. Well, I said we would do it now. I said we would do it whenever he was ready, and my roommate is now ready. His group mate was apparently just bad at time zones. So we are gonna take a quick break. Well, I don't know how long the break's gonna be, but it's gonna be a break while I go help him with this, and we'll go from there. All right. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for sticking with me through that break. I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen with this. I legit didn't know how this is going to go. So my roommate is doing, I guess, a group project where they're designing an app. And this is where I got to see a little bit of the infrastructure that Tech has built since I've been there. Tech has its own GoToMeeting system, has its own WebEx system that I had not seen before this point. I didn't even know it existed. They have their own like domain and everything that you go to that's like, maybe this is like maybe this is just another company that does WebEx like video conferencing stuff, but I never heard of it before now, so I'm very much thinking absolutely a Tech thing. And they had like their own app hosting site, and basically the idea was had a consent form, had to basically read it over and then verbally say, yes, I do consent to the test that's about to happen, the research that's about to happen, this like app research thing. And then I'm not gonna talk about what everything was, but basically they said, okay, here's the app, here's what it does, do this thing. Okay, cool, do this thing, and talk and say your thought process out loud, which, hey, guess what, I'm getting better at that because I'm a streamer. And it's like, okay, do this thing. All right, do this thing. Now do this thing. Cool, we've done all these things. Fill out this form and fill out this form, and you're good. That was it. That's all it took. I didn't think it was gonna take that long. But yeah. While that was happening, I also went use a bathroom, got a small snack. Do I even have a bat? I still have a box of these things, right? So when I went to the local Japanese grocery store on the day I got my second vaccine, I went to get more of these things, these little like crunch candies. They're basically like milk candies. They taste like condensed milk, and they have like an where's the thing? They have like a hard outer shell and this like softer inner section, and they're delicious. I love the taste of these things. But here's the thing that got weird with it. I don't know if I've told this story on the stream or not. I might have. So that was the candy that I was like, oh, they're $2 each. I'll grab 3 because there's like 15, maybe 20 of those little candies in there, and they're all like individually wrapped. So it's like you grab one, open it up, pop it open, sit on there, just enjoy it. I go up to the counter, and I have all of the things I've gotten. I've got more of my mochi candies. I got some of those. I got some rice cake, some rice crackers. A rice cracker flavor I've never seen before, so I wanted to try it. Oh god, excuse me. Some of these like fettuccine gummies that are like, I think Japanese originally, maybe, I don't know. I always see them there. Grabbed an instant ramen that I'm probably gonna try tomorrow for lunch. That's like black sesame oil, or was it black garlic sesame oil tonkatsu? It sounded delicious. Regardless of what it was, it sounded delicious. And so I go up to the register, put the thing down, start taking everything out of the basket, and the lady that comes up to me was super soft-spoken. I actually had a hard time hearing her. And she said something and like was like motioning towards those candies. And I was like, I didn't hear what she said. I was like, what? Did I? And I didn't hear what she said. I was like, what? What? And I was like, what? What? And I was like, 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 did I grab too many or? And she kind of goes, well, I'll show you. And so she rings me up, pay for it and everything. And she takes me over to the cart because they had like a little mini shopping cart that was just full of the things. And I'm like, okay, they have a bunch of them. And I was like, I could have taken more, but I initially didn't want to. And then she points at the other sign that I thought said, that I thought just was like two per bag. And it wasn't 2 per bag. It was literally $2 for as many of these little of those bags that I just showed you that you could grab with one hand. I got like 9. I have so many of these candies. Oh my God. You don't understand. I have so many. And so one of the things about this place, this Japanese grocery store, literally has a sushi restaurant in the same building that they're like affiliated with. People who own the Japanese grocery store run the sushi restaurant. And I think one of the people that works in the sushi restaurant was they are taking a break because they have like the little area where the people that are behind the counter can just sit and chat and relax when they're not actually at the counter. And like he kind of comes out as he sees me grabbing the bag and he sees me like put a bunch into my bag. And he's like, you can take more if you want. And I'm like, oh, okay. And just grab like 1 or 2 more. I think it's that they were trying to get rid of the stock of them because they got a shit ton of them is my guess. And like, they're good, but I guess they just aren't selling. So they're just trying to get them out of there because they've just been there for that long. But either way, I got a lot of candy for just $2 and it was great. But yeah, I had no idea what was going to happen with my roommate thing, by the way. But no, like I love going to that place because it is this like cramped hole in the wall. Like you don't know this shopping mall, this shopping center exists. This like little grocery store exists unless you go in. There's not a lot. There's like one sign outside that's on the side of the road that just says tomato in kanji, or not in kanji, in hiragana. It just says tomato. And the thing is, this is the second of those two grocery stores. There's one on the on the like northwest side of town, and there's one like on the northeast side of town. And I went to the one on the northeast side of town. The one on the northwest, a bit more open, a bit brighter, than a newer shopping center. This one feels like a hole in the wall place. There is an entire section in this grocery shopping store that just has like DVDs in it. I have no idea what any of the DVDs back there are. I have no idea. Like, I need to take somebody in there who can read Japanese at a better rate than I, like more at a higher competency level than I can, and just be like, okay, what the fuck are all these things back here? I'm guessing they're like TV shows and comedy specials and just like a bunch of things like that. That like, if you know what they are, you can get them and they're fine. But every time I've gone back there, I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. I have no idea. And I kind of want to know because I'm very curious about it. But other than that, like, that grocery store is great. It's one of my favorite. I love H Mart and Mega Mart and Zion Mart for being these massive, like, Asian grocery stores. But I love me my, like, tiny ass, hole in the wall, like, Asian grocery store that has a lot of shit. And thankfully, this doesn't need that much. But like, I know I should be playing, but we're getting distracted here, and that's because that's just what we fucking do. These things, see these things? I think that's just kinako mochi. I think. I think this is, I know it says kinako, but I think that kanji's mochi. I think. These things. You have no clue what they are. You can kind of guess. I've been having a lot of things with kinoko in it, so I kind of figured it out eventually. But here's one of the things they have to do. Because they're being sold in America, they have to have this little, like, nutritional thing on the back. And at the very top, if I could get this fucking camera to focus. Do I have the focus turned off? They say what it is right there. Like, legit. They say what it is at the top. It just says kinoko mochi. And that's how I figured it out, especially because I read the front, because they actually have a little bit of English on the front. These things are great. And I've had these before. I just didn't know what they were for the longest time. So these are like double wrapped. They're little, there's like a little mochi on the inside. This one has soybean flour on it to sort of flavor it. That wasn't smart because that bag is open. I'm gonna have to clean that later. That bag of candy, it's like you take the outer wrapper off and then there's an inner wrapper of like clear rice paper, mainly because the mochi on the inside is fucking super sticky and would probably stick to the outer wrapper if they didn't have the edible rice paper wrapper on the inside. And I when I found these, I'm like, I need to find a way to get these that isn't this grocery store in case I can't find them at the local grocery store. At the local tomato. So I found them and they're delicious. So I bought 3 bags. And it's one of those things that I'm going to keep going back to this place. As long as I live in Atlanta, I will make the trek out to this grocery store to get me groceries. And one of these days when I'm out there, I need to go get sushi. Fuck. I can fuck with some sushi right now. That is one of the one things that I'm glad that my roommates are starting to get into. I'm glad that my roommates are starting to get into sushi. And they may have been into sushi for a long time. They may have been into sushi for fucking forever at this point. But it isn't until recently that we found a sushi place nearby that's relatively affordable for sushi and has a good variety of rolls and has good quality. And we can and is like less than 20-minute round trip to go and get from where we live. And we've ordered from them on multiple occasions, and it is delicious every time I order from them. If I thought I could keep the sushi beyond a day, I would order like more than just like one meal's worth of sushi. Because fuck. But I've also heard that like the place, the Asian that at the Japanese grocery store is like one of the better sushi places in town. So I need to go there. Maybe when things are less fucked.
Hold it.
Did we already go through this? We did. So again, don't think I don't fucking notice the troop grammar-y thing in the background. Okay, we were gonna try to find something that also has 3 charm. Do I have a thing for that? Here's the thing. The blue Badger-mobile, the one that's in the garage, doesn't look like it's been moved since the rain kicked in. And I don't know if I have a thing to present for that. I must. But that's like my thought. Let me flip this so you guys can look at what I'm looking at. Because here's the thing. I think I'm about to have a hard time here. Maybe anything that that could be like 3 other marks. Also, I would say that it doesn't look like that tire tread has been through the mud. Like that, is that just me? That doesn't look like that tire tread's been through the mud.
Objection!
Oh, I got it right. Okay, hang on. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale.
And why is that?
Those marks could not have been left by Officer Meekin's Blue Badger mobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves the Blue Badger mobile has never been anywhere near the stadium?
Take that!
The tire wheels. Take a good look at those tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on them. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed.
And how do you explain the tire tracks, genius?
Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldbag's Pink Badger mobile? That one.
Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the second tier seats.
Indeed, I believe we can rule out her as someone related to this crime. However, there's yet one more roving store I recall. Oh, you mean the Proto Badger? That's right. There was one more parking space inside that garage, and it proves the existence of a Proto Badger mobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto Badger mobile post haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. Hey! Did you hear something? Yeah. Wait, is that our kidnap victim? What the fuck? Oh, that is absolutely our kidnap victim. Help me. Are you alright?
Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time?
Wild West with kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in? Ran away underground. Got lost. The kidnappers.
What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say.
The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes.
Did you see the faces of the kidnappers?
No, I didn't see their faces, but two. One was a woman. A woman?
quite an important piece of testimony. And what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you going to get out of my crime scene or am I going to have to get rough? Again? You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily. Don't count on me to testify because I won't, not for you.
Down here. That's right. I won't either. You hear me, young whippersnapper?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not gonna rough either of you up. Give you my word.
Again, I just need his hands to just point forward. That's all I'm looking for. Just, bruh.
Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Fair maidens? Why, you little rascal, you sure know the way into a woman's heart.
Lang Ji says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and the lady is forever young.
Huh. Fucking, she's just missing her gun. Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement.
God, sure thing, lady. Let's go with that. Just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Mr. Edgeworth. I have no idea what to do for Emma's voice, because whatever. We're working with it. March 13th, 2:34 p.m., Wild Wild West area. Looks like we got the boot again. The land's safe. The focus of this investigation will shift solely onto the murder. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper.
Miles, my boy.
God, what the fuck was I doing for his voice? Was I doing anything for his voice? Fuck me. I don't really... Fuck it, we're going with it.
Tell me it's true. Tell me you fairly found my boy.
Yes, Mr. Amano, we found him earlier in the stadium. And my little Lancey's unhurt? He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but he's not... His life is not in any danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. Poor Lance, it must have been so horrible for him, locked up like... Oh, I'm moving. I was expecting something to happen.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir?
Good work, officer. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I thought you wanted to talk with Mr. Amano and Miss Pops. I do. I should start with them before I do anything else. Okay, game.
Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough.
It was nothing, sir.
I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say I'm relieved that Lance is all right. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him.
I just noticed this about this guy. Does he literally have 3 fat stacks in his belt loop? Like, is it literally...
Dosh. Dosh. Dosh.
Is that what that is? Because that's what that looks like that is. A letter? What's this about?
Oh, the way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know. Here, take a look for yourself.
Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? I mean, I get that he's loaded. There's like 7 different things that are that this game keeps throwing shit at me that I know. Fucking Tenderlender. Not again. Not again. We dealt with these bitches once already. Not again. It's a very simple love letter. Oh, let me see. Well, that's really weird. It's from a loan company. Tenderlender. It seems like a collection bill to me. Yes. I saw Tenderlender fucking immediately. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Dad, do you know about this?
Oh, that looks to be something worth quite a bit of value, but then if all things have some value attached to them, only by probing deeper into the unknown can we truly become winners in this world, Miles.
Oh God. All right. All right. Well, then let's talk to you since you are 2 different people.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me. Oh, that's the 12th one. God damn it. I'm going to find one that works. Eventually. You can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try.
Excuse me, but I can't help but feel sorry for all the flowers you've gone through.
I suppose. If they were me, then...
I believe you said that you were Lance's girlfriend when we first met. Is that correct?
Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's... we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either. I mean, because... this isn't any ordinary ring. It's delicious. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. Oh, it's wonderful.
You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring?
So which is it? Have you guys decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided?
Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know?
My father used to work for Mr. Amano, and so Lance and I grew up together. Is it out loud?
I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano Group. What did he do?
I heard his job was to fly around the world on Pegasus. Delicious.
Pegasus?
Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. But now it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned.
Riding Pegasus to the whereabouts unknown sounds like the stuff legends are made of.
It's been so long. I don't think I'd recognize him if we were ever to meet again.
Uh-oh. 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 Don't have anyone to confirm me yet, but I'm instantly suspicious.
I'm so sorry, Lauren. I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live.
About this incident.
Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about the other incident.
It's like one of the weirdest things with this. Like, okay. So the top of this thing, I'm gonna see if I can get this to do this without spilling water fucking everywhere. You can kind of see there's 2 holes. The bottom one is where the water comes out. The top one is where the air goes back in, so you don't fucking create a vacuum. Somehow, I get fucking ice shards that are just big enough to fit through that hole. And in that instance, I got one that was big enough that I'm like, that's actually just, that's not even like a little bit of ice. That's just a chunk of ice. Like when the ice breaks down, yeah, sure, it's going to happen like that. But like, my God. So how did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped?
Oh, that's because of my women's intuition.
You based everything on that?
I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny.
Ugh.
She started fantasizing again. So what are you gonna do now, Mr. Edgeworth?
We already established there's a good chance the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there's only one location that might hold us a clue or two. Place where we were held prisoners.
Hold it! Don't let me in with you! I can't allow you to slander my good name as a great thief by saying I was captured!
Not being able to escape from somewhere qualifies as you being captured, a caged bird, Kay.
Besides, we checked out that place pretty well while we were there, remember? Don't you think it'd be even better to check out somewhere else?
Okay. Who's gonna get in trouble one day? Lauren strikes me as the type of person who, like, if she sees Lance with a different woman, it's gonna be that ring pop turns into a fucking dagger, and she's gonna start stabbing. Leads to the killer's identity. I believe there's one location. A hideout? The obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout.
But we're still not allowed in, remember? Agent Lang and his men should be done with this.
Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there's no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in. Just start stabbing. What do you have to report?
Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir.
Where have I heard such redundancy before? It's possible for you to let us take a look around inside.
Sir, Roger, sir.
That was surprisingly hassle-free. I'm worried. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you to not allow me in?
Sir, that's true, sir, but Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. And I couldn't refuse a request from him. Wow, this Detective Gumshoe has a following. Furthermore, I was asked to give you this document to you, sir.
What is this? The man in this picture. Isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon?
But the name here says Colin Devoray.
That's the name on the back of the one. That's the same name as the one that was on the back of the pendant. It appears that his name was Colin Devoray. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison.
What? Then what was he doing here?
Apparently he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon.
Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
There's some kind of link between the victim's past and this current case. These documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough reading, eventually. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout.
Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later.
More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer.
It was locked up until a while ago, sir, but since then the door's been wide open, sir.
I'm not sure I follow what you're saying. Care to explain it in a bit more detail?
Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went in to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break down the door, sir.
I see. I guess that means that I get the Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. Delicious food leftovers. I had me the last of my Mapo tofu today. It was fucking delicious. I love that shit. I make this shit at home. And this version was with my own sauce. What's the name of the shit that I use on there? Is that the name of the stuff? Yeah. It's this shit. This shit right here is the base of what I make. It's not the exact one that I use, but this shit right there, right down there, that is the base that I used for like most of the mapo tofu that I make. That's like the base of the sauce. It's that. It says soy sauce, but I use seasoning sauce because I think I like the taste of it better. Fuck. I'm just gonna look at the recipe because I have it written down. It is the recipe calls for minced pork, but we don't keep ground pork in the apartment. I probably should pick some up one of these times I'm at the store. Just pick up like a little small packet of it and try making it with that instead of making it with ground beef, which is what I usually make it with. It says 2 tablespoons of the doublonjong, but I usually double that because I like it spicier. Some amount of sugar, but I think the next time I make it, I'm gonna try making it with honey and just see how that goes. Soy sauce, but again, substitute that for seasoning sauce. Cornstarch just as a thickener, and then just a bunch of water, and then I just fucking mix the shit out of that stuff. Usually when I do it, it's season the ground beef on both sides with salt, pepper, and garlic and onion powder. Like generous helping on both sides. Little bit of I think I usually use avocado oil because it's a neutral oil, so it doesn't really add anything to it. It just adds like a little bit of oiliness. Sear the ground beef on both sides. Once it's seared, break it up into small chunks. Pour the sauce in. Let that sauce start cooking a little bit. And at this point, I've already got tofu chopped up into little bits. And I use like extra firm tofu because I want that shit to not fall apart when it's inside there. I've used like lower firm tofu and it's fine. It's just it breaks apart really easily, and that's not what I'm looking for. And then I just let that shit reduce and cook down, and it's fucking delicious. I got that recipe from a friend of mine when I was looking to make it at home. Because here's the thing. I have 2 versions of it that I make. I make one with the sauce that I make, the one out that recipe that I just listed. And the other one is with a box recipe. And the box recipe specifically uses, oh shit, you know what I just realized? I'll have to talk about this in a second. The box recipe, the pre-made sauce, it's like one like pack of the sauce is not that much. It's not that much liquid. It's not that much sauce. I end up using 3 packs of this shit when I make it because I want my mapo tofu to be saucy. But that stuff has like Szechuan like numbing peppercorns in it. And I love the taste of it because it makes things taste slightly different. Not like a bad way. It's like it starts tasting one way, and then as you're eating more of it, it like evolves into a different taste, and it's great. But it's like the stuff I make doesn't use numbing pepper spice because I don't normally have it. I just remembered that I got some at the fucking grocery store last time I went to the fucking farmer's market. So I meant to try this new shit out. And see if I could get like that like numbing spice taste inside of it. But yeah. That is like one of the things that I'm glad that I figured out. Like I know how to make a good Korean sauce, like a good spicy Korean sauce that I like. I know how to make mapo tofu sauce. It's not the same as getting it in a store made by people who like have access to better tools than I do. It's not as good as when they make it, but it's still really good. And then I have a miso sauce that I need to make up some more of and then cook some chicken in. But that is for later. All right. March 13th, 2:55 p.m. Kidnappers hideout. So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed. Well, you were tied up for a while in the room next door.
Okay, please. Must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. There still might be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. Boom. That is like one of the one things that I think I have gotten out of lockdown like this, is I've learned how to cook some shit that I love, that I can only get in, that I normally can only get in grocery, that I normally only can get in restaurants, but because I haven't wanted to go out to a restaurant to eat recently, I've been learning how to make things. I've got like an entire folder of recipes saved on here of shit that I like to cook. I need to make more of the miso sauce because I used a lot of it. The batch I last made, it was like, I think it's too old at this point. I think it's gone bad. I swore I just heard a piece of paper fall. There's like no paper visible on the floor in my room. So I'm very confused. Beyond this door is where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you. Oh my god. Must you keep reminding me? But it's the room where I got to see your awesome face. You didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. What this key is to? You got me! Reminds me of the key we found in the other room. That's it! That must be the key for one of those trap doors! It wasn't a trap door. You only call it one because you quite literally jumped into it. Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one? I'm not having this conversation with you right now. Wait. There's 3 cups of coffee? Is there a third kidnapper? Cheap styrofoam cups. Looks like only 3 cups were used. Is there a third kidnapper that we don't know about? Folding chairs. By the look of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There's 3 chairs set around the table. There's a third fucking kidnapper. Poster of Gatewaterland is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige. Gatewaterland has it all and is waiting for you. Not especially catchy, is it? Can we actually put those 2 together right now? The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Indeed, something isn't adding up. Literally. It's possible there's a third kidnapper. Is it possible there's a third kidnapper Lance didn't see? Oh, whoops, that needs to be up here. Sign advertising the photo rally. I have absolutely no interest in. Yeah, but I do. I want to get my hands on the rest of the Badger family. You'll see. She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation. Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a broken mirror. It probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it? Why is this here? That is a really good question. Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state. Wow! Whoever lined these up did them perfectly. It's not even a single hair off. I feel bad for using these because it'd feel like I'm stealing the perfection away. I suspect it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put them away. Well, they have barrels like these just outside. Yes, and?
Well, I already know I already asked when you were out there, but if these are real, what would you put in them? There's an unexpected gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash. God damn. This must be where they dispose of old and worn out costumes. That's so sad. It would seem they throw out the costumes in pieces. Didn't we have... Yeah, we found one of the heads of one of the... I don't think I have a piece of logic for that, right? Yeah. There's a trapdoor in this room, too. It's not a trapdoor. It's an entrance to an underground passage, Kay. I know that. The door leading outside to the outside world was locked, so Lance must have escaped his prison through here. The door was thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. Looks like a sword, a broken sword. Strange. Why would it be broken like that? Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. All right, then let's think about this in this way. Maybe it was broken when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should try to think more on this later. That doorknob handling thing looks pretty beat up. I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. What's that? How is that possible after what the officer told us? Yeah. If the lock had been used when that door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked. The lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be? Did that work? Were they using the sword to prop it open? It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time. But the policeman outside said they took 10 men to get it open. Door that was locked tight beside the despite it not being locked at all. It can only be because of this. Oh, you mean? Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. Do you see how the handle's completely destroyed? So that's how the sword broke. Okay, my glasses have to come off because they are starting to irritate the side of my nose. I thought that we might uncover the identity of the kidnappers here, but instead we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. Fuck! Okay, grab the sword. We have a badge to kill. Ah! What is it? Fuck, who is this? Oh, fuck, who is this? Hang on, I'm getting me mask. Need the appropriate sound effects for this. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing suddenly popping out of a secret entrance like that? This is an underground passage used by the staff members, sir. We badgers also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out of there first and then we'll talk, okay? I beg your pardon, miss. Proto Badger get? All right, only one more to go.
What are you getting all excited about?
Did you forget the photo rally? Duh. See, look. Now all I have to do is get a picture of the bad badger, and I'm done.
Yes, I vaguely recall some contest or something of that sort. What? What? It's gone. Well, where did it go? What happened? What's wrong? A bad badger costume is missing, sir.
Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnapper stole it.
I heard about how they were stolen, but that said, only three of the costumes have been taken.
What?
Saying there's more than 3 of them are gone now? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a little bit more about these costumes you've used. Bum, 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 bum. I already don't trust these motherfuckers, so when they pop out of spots they are not supposed to be in, I immediately am like, I'm about to get stabbed. What did you mean by a bad badger costume is missing? Why, it's just what I had said, sir. We're short 1 bad badger. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times.
Okay, so because one of them is walking around the park, the other shouldn't be in that room.
Actually, both of them should be in that room.
Wait, huh? What do you mean?
Normally, we don't use the bad badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at the set time each day. It's the stage show where the bad badger wreaks havoc around the park. The other badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir. I'm speechless that a show such as that exists. Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you that that's the only time we use the costume.
Doesn't it make it near impossible to take a picture of the bad badger?
Personally, I can't believe it's this close to the show time and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir? Well, this basically means that the kidnappers stole 4 costumes in total.
And you saying there are 4 kidnappers?
No, I don't think that's very likely.
Oh.
Recall the costumes for a moment.
The stolen ones, you mean?
What proves that a 4th kidnapper doesn't exist? Is it literally just the fact that there's not a... If you had 4 people and you wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for a full set and steal a pink badger costume as well? Oh shit, I do have that on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the kidnappers decided to steal yet another bad badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 bad badger costumes, but the question is, why? Can I do anything with the logic here? I don't know if these 2 parts go together. So, in the hideout, there's a trash bin for old and useless costumes. I was wondering, if you'd be so kind, Mr. Proto Badger, how did you know my name? You're pretty famous, sir. I would think that most people would know who you are. Famous? Me? Absolutely, sir. You're always very active in the community, I hear.
Wow, I didn't know you were such a celebrity, Mr. Edgeworth.
I feel like maybe I've met this person before. Maybe it's just my imagination. I'm legit not sure who this is supposed to be. Okay. I might as well. What happens? Boop. Boop. Is this enough to do anything? Yeah, okay. The second bad badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think.
What do you mean?
The costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say it's wearing some very telltale pants?
Hey, you're right. Let's get it out of there and take a look.
As I suspected, it's a bad badger costume.
Well, minus the head.
That's like next door, though. Immediately, I am fucking suspicious of the hand. Or at least there's a damn gunshot wound that popped out of it. How? No, that's not gonna do anything. So like, okay. There's no way. This, right? There's no way. Like, it's clear that there's like a fucking puncture wound in the damn hand. Is that it? Oh, I need to do. Oh. I get it. Look, its hand is hurt. It's like something was ripped off of it. I think it's this one that shows all of them, right? Yeah, there you go. What we have here is an inconsistency. Between what? I was like, yes, he didn't have anything in his hand normally, except the guy inside the costume had a gun and went, ha, and like bang, right through the hand. So I was like, it's gotta be that. It's gotta be that. Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in the right hand that it should be. Oh, the gun! Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. However... You there. Did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand? No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume. As I thought. The rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, so my apartment is like in my building for my apartment complex. I'm the closest to the main road. That isn't like the leasing office. I swear to God, there's a I'm pretty sure it's a motorcycle going down the main drag outside our apartment complex. That shit sounded like a fucking banshee wail. I was like, what is happening there? This is not the time to be doing that shit. It did not sound right. I do not know what the fuck was going on, but it didn't sound right. Mr. Proto Badger, the gun is of course not a functioning weapon, correct? Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show. Since our kidnappers also had a need for the model gun, my dear costume friend. I think we're about done with this room. So what next? Well, we found a few answers, but there's still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay. March 13th, 3:34 p.m., Wild Wild West area.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir. You gotta hurry, sir. Come on.
What is it, detective?
They found a blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir.
What?
Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing?
Bingo. You gotta come down to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we still might be able to get there before Wolf Boy does, sir.
All right, let's make haste to the main gate. Good old DS speed saves. Oh boy. March 13th, 3:45 p.m., Gatewaterland main gate. Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe?
Just on the other side of the fountain, sir.
I see something suspicious already.
Was it out in the open here all along?
No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly.
Let's get down to it. All right, immediately, what the fuck is this? What do we have here?
Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 treasures in one day. How lucky is that? And hey, this pretty baby's made of platinum silver too.
The pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Is it possible that these two... Oh, I know who that is.
Hold it right there. Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you?
Ugh, you again.
A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence.
How can you tell?
Look here and read off what you see.
Okay. I'm calling my shot here, because here's what I think is going on. I don't know why. Here's a way that I see this going down. The girlfriend Oh, I need to be on the other screen for y'all to see this. The girlfriend the victim, which my guess is that it's probably her dad. Do I not have a thing for this? And the victim were all in it to try to extort money out of their dad. They tried to work this out. Argument happened. Murder happened. I don't think they tried to extort the victim. I think he was in on it. I think he was in on it. Like, for some reason, they're trying to get money out of the dad in a way that's, like, kind of weird. I also realized I had the inspector's voice on, but whatever. Hey! It's a name that's engraved on this. Oh, hey, hi. Thank you. Wait, didn't she say something about her dad leaving on Pegasus? Or something like that? Didn't she say something about that? Also, I love how I'll even go full. I'll bring the other screen up so you can see it. So it says Lauren D on the back, but they're already calling it Miss Pop's pendant, even though it says Lauren D, not Lauren P on the back. I do believe they're trying to give shit away early. Lauren D is engraved into the pendant. I see they wrote out her first name, but why just the D? Maybe the result of poor planning? I guess. Well, if I had to shorten my name, I could make it K Faraday. Now, even if you just sound it out, it still sounds like my name, K Faraday. I suppose that would do the same. Although I would rather it be abbreviated as M. Edgeworth. Hold on! I think you should abbreviate it as M.E. Get it? Ah! Who would have thought that this little pendant could stir up such a strange conversation? Is it just examining the pendant? The pendant in the shape of a pair of wings. There's a rather nice aesthetic to it. Hey! Nice to see that you can even appreciate its beauty. Things made of platinum silver tend to have a nice feeling about them, you know. I was only talking about the shape, Kay. Oh, is that what you were talking about? But, I mean, you know. If we're talking about wing shapes, I think the brooch on my scarf is way cooler. But that's not made of platinum silver, is it? It's handmade, okay? So I'm sorry it's not made of the expensive stuff. She made it by herself? It's incredibly well crafted. We're getting all shits of the lore here. Wait a goddamn minute. No. Ooh. Okay, for some reason, I thought they forced me into that, and they didn't. And I got myself confused. Haha, we have you now, Miss Kidnapper. No, you don't understand. Of all the ways you could shorten her name, you shortened her name to that? You shortened her name to Lolly? What? Okay. That's super weird. All right. I can't believe you're one of my kidnappers. Lance. I don't remember what the fuck I was doing for a point.
You're kidding! Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers? Yes. It was me. I held Lance at hostage.
So Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers? Oh, fuck, he did give her a lollipop. It all makes sense now. Even knowing that, I still can't call this case solved or over.
Hey, guys, case closed. We done here.
But like I looked at that name. I literally looked at that name and like, wait, how in the fuck did you show Lauren to Loli? And I'm like, oh, sure, whatever. Loli Popes. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Okay, I take it all back. It's a perfect name. All is forgiven. It's a perfect name.
Get the car ready. I mean the special one for this nice young lady. We got some talking to do. Again, Mr. Prosecutor, what is it this time?
You proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in this murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect.
Huh. We found it.
Found what?
The officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of the thick patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are. Who are you calling a sham, buddy? The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon.
Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges. All right.
And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Miss Pops, did you really kill Mr. Deacon? Yes, I killed him. I can't believe it.
Thanks for the confession.
Objection!
Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed.
Look at you, so sure of yourself. We got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for, boy?
Miss Lauren Pops,
Yes?
I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of everything that happened today. From the kidnapping to the murder.
But why? I'm the kidnapper. I am the killer. Isn't that enough?
What did I say about somebody getting stabbed? Those fucking scissors came out of nowhere. I told you she's gonna stab somebody. It's fine if you're the one that's behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason you can't?
I've had a change of heart. I think I enjoy seeing you sulk away as the losing mutt. All right, you heard me. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today.
Can you tell how like dehydrated you are when water tastes fucking delicious?
The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Romano would pay anything to get his son back after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got to the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me.
The fuck is going on in her elbow? What the fuck is going on with that the close elbow right there? What's going on? I can't tell what that is.
There, are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much.
Miss Pops, is what you said really the truth?
Yes, it is.
That's the truth. It certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there's something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession.
Hold it!
How well did you know the victim?
I've spoken with him only a few times at Lance's house.
A few times? That's it?
Yes.
If they only met a few times, I don't see how they could have trusted each other. The fucking statues.
But you hardly ever talk. If you hardly ever talked, then how could you know? How could he trust you to not steal his plan?
That's completely irrelevant. He was planning to betray her from the very beginning. Which is why he chose someone that he wasn't especially close to. Isn't that right? Shinha. Or Shin...
Fuck, we figured out how to say this last time. Somebody told me a good way to pronounce it, and then I fucking forgot it. Or whatever.
Yes, however, Mr. Deacon made a very poor choice. In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself.
Ha! I bet he didn't see that one coming.
Like, Sheena? Okay, I'll go with it.
Hold it!
Anything else I could come up with? You knew? How did you know something like that?
Oh no, what should I do?
Kay, what's wrong with her now?
Come on, isn't it obvious? You're making a scary face again, that's why. Why don't you try asking her in a nicer, more gentler way?
Sounds like it, yeah.
No, stop it, Lauren. You're always like this. You always fall for the stern-looking one. That's why you'll always be unhappy. Or maybe that's it. She's been bewitched by your icy glare.
Mind your business, Kay. Now then, Miss Pops. Let's continue with her testimony.
Oh yes, of course.
Boop.
Hold it!
Why did you believe that?
Anyone who knows Mr. Amano would think the same thing. I bet Lance is that old man's greatest treasure.
I suppose he would be like a doting father to Mr. Amano.
I always figured like it was like that too, and I always was envious of Lance for it. Oh, because of your dad's. I got this pendant for my father, and I believe that as long as I have this, I'll find my father again someday. He welcomed me into his arms, riding on the back of the Pegasus.
Pendant. She must truly believe it to be the wings of Pegasus. Seriously, what the fuck is on her elbow? It's been bugging me this entire time and I cannot see it.
Hold it!
Would you mind telling us a little bit about the plan itself?
Well, first we captured Lance. Oh, how did you do that? Well, Mr. Deacon did it on his own, so I don't quite know how. And here I thought you knew how to steal people away.
Oh, that's still on shit. What she would want to do with such knowledge.
Sorry, but I don't know. Somehow Mr. Deacon was able to contain him. All we had to do after that was wait for the ransom to be paid, but...
Why do you think he did?
I have no idea. I think he planned on doing so from the very beginning. Miss Pops!
She hurt herself at some point, yeah? Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning? Is that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is likely at all.
Huh?
I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you.
But why? We were total strangers. It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over money.
Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was. Nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence. This proves that Mr. Deacon would not have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops.
Take that!
Why are you showing this to me?
So what about the pendant?
This horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are.
Take that!
These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, you're right. They're the same color and they're even made of the same material.
I believe that these two pendants are actually one. That was a sharp reaction. Should we give it a try?
Wow, it's totally Pegasus. But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's?
You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be.
No, that can't be.
Edgeworth's not showing his usual tact. He's had a lot of shit happen today. He's dealt with a lot of people that are not the people he likes to deal with. He's like, I'm just done with this shit. No, we're not even holding back. Edgeworth loves to dangle that shit in front of people. He loves doing that shit.
So the two make a set, huh? Just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything.
Like imagination, Agent Lang. Very well, I'll show you with this evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant. It's gotta be this. It's gotta be this. Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Devoray, the name that's etched onto the horse pendant.
Wait, an alias?
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon in order to live. That makes sense given what is written in Mr. Devoray's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. This specific section is what reveals the true meaning behind those pendants.
Take that!
Mr. Devoray had one daughter, and her name is Lauren Pops.
That's a lie. That person was not my father.
He couldn't come out and tell you that he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that a man like that killed a daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot? What's so funny, Agent Lang?
You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you?
What are you trying to say?
Your little thinking is too innocent. Much too innocent.
After all,
I've thought up another possibility.
If that's so, well, let's hear it. Oh, here we fucking go. Lang's off within the fucking wild adventures again.
I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it possible they both knew that fact? There's no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Amano. The two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. When you say my little scenario is perfectly probable as well?
So this is his version of how things might have been.
You don't have any proof that either one didn't know of their true relationship, right?
You mean how they knowingly kidnapped knowingly committed the kidnapping of his father and daughter?
That's right. All is one really rotten family.
Is this really what happened? Better take a long, hard look at the evidence.
Hold it!
Let's press while we think here. Precisely. What father would ever willingly kill his own daughter?
I've seen a lot of things in my travels, and I can tell you that being related by blood is sometimes proof of nothing.
Hold it!
You think they knew?
Yeah, I don't think that only the victim knew. I think the girl knew it as well. They both knew the other person was. But they didn't pretend, but they had to pretend that they didn't.
He looks like he's seen a lot of shit. Because he was on the lam?
You got it. The victim couldn't exactly go around flaunting who he was. Furthermore,
Hold it!
One is a butler, and one is the friend of the son, you mean?
they probably thought that was their best shot.
Is that what you honestly believe?
Of course.
Hold it!
You mean how they plotted to commit this crime as blood relatives?
Can you think of a better partner? Certainly a clever pair.
Butler and the girlfriend. No one would ever suspect that they were, in fact, family.
Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well.
Hold it!
How are we looking to hold up this man's testimony here?
If you're being a bit too overconfident for someone with no evidence.
Am I? Because I don't even see you presenting any evidence to the contrary.
The evidence to counter him, we're still going to draw. Agent Lang is wrong. The scenario is certainly a probable one.
You better hurry up and do something or Lauren's gonna wind up looking really bad.
I know, but first things first. Is Agent Lang's line of logic factually correct? Did the two of them really knowingly commit the crime as father and daughter? Oh, you know what? There's the reason. There's the reason the brother the kidnappee was in on it. He got money from Tender Lender and got fucked. Lost all the money and needed to pay it back. But he couldn't go ask daddy for it. So he cooked up this plot to get money that in theory would be untraceable and he could pay Tender Lender off. Colin Devoray is engraved here.
I really admire people who carve their own names independent.
Oh, why would that be?
You have no imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you ever think that maybe people want to have their loved ones always nearby?
As if I have a wedding band and I have no interest in accessorizing.
I suppose. Anyway, you know what? More than wearing flashy accessories, I'd rather be engraving my name into every treasure I can find around the world.
Sign of affection is one thing. Blatant vandalizing is just a bit different. So how do we prove that they didn't know each other? Wait, don't we, in the dossier, didn't it say that they never found? Didn't they say they might have that he never showed up around his daughter? No, that's not it. I've got something for this. Maybe the idea. What in the world could point this to me? Did I have the right idea and I just didn't present it at the right spot? No. Whereabouts are unknown after his escape from Penitentiary prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where his wife and daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he's yet to show up. So we are trying to prove what is going on? Like my initial thought process is that we use this for the fact that but like, okay, so up until this point, Lauren never saw this, right?
Objection!
No. Damn. I'm in the vortex here. I don't have a way out of this logic that I'm seeing here. I am probably just not thinking of something. I'm starting to be stumped here. So all of the statements are, I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. Isn't it possible that they both knew that fact, which that is a possible whole, but I don't think I have evidence to present against that. It's no coincidence that the pair reunited to become the reunited pair became involved in the House of Amano. Two of them made good use of their meeting to plan this little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say that my scenario is perfectly probable as well? And that should be the end of the thing. Is it actually this again?
Objection!
No.
Knock 'em back!
Oh shit, it's a new one. Long Ji says, confidence is like a soul, and words without confidence are but empty shells. You shouldn't waste your breath on words you have no confidence in, Mr. Prosecutor. Although it's just as bad as to say something in full confidence and be wrong. Are you going to let him lecture you about self-confidence like that? Don't need to be overflowing with self-confidence, I just need to think rationally. After all, I only need to be confident in the facts. So, right now, at least to me, all of the relevant evidence might be his murder notes. Might be the pendant. Because this is his pendant. Which it wasn't until we saw the pendant.
Pretty strength, dude!
Shit! Motor. Thank you for the host. How you doing? I don't think this is relevant. I don't think this is relevant. This has a bunch of information about him, but it doesn't seem like it has the thing we're looking for. Broken prop shard I think isn't going to help us. I don't think the missing model gun is going to help us. The wings don't have any specific evidence on them. So it says whereabouts unknown after his escape from Pen E Dent prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head to where his wife and daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up. So like to me, this is the piece of evidence that would make the most sense. This is the thing that makes the most sense to me. And it's possible we've just not presented it in the right spot. At the moment, it doesn't seem like it was actually like a broken pendant. It seems like it was a thing that was designed to come apart like that. Have I tried the dossier against everything so far? I'm almost certain I pressed everything.
Hold it! Not so fast! Hold it! Hold it!
I'm almost certain we pressed everything.
Hold it! Hold it! Objection!
That's not it. I legit don't see this one. Oh, hey. Cool. Not that you would have missed much. Not that you would have missed much at all, but... Like, to me, I know I presented the dossier at like every option. I swear I did the dossier here already.
Objection!
Yeah, see, we did the dossier here already. At least I was almost certain we did.
Objection!
The wings.
Not the best!
We might be about the game over here because I'm just not understanding what they're asking for here. I can already tell this is going to make me feel dumb when I understand what it is. So, like, to me, it would make sense if it was either the main the body statue, the wings, or the wing statue, or the or the dossier. The press on this statement.
Hold it!
You mean how they plotted to commit this crime as blood relatives?
Can you think of a better partner? They're certainly a clever pair.
Butler and the girlfriend. No one would ever suspect that they were in fact family.
Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced those roles well.
That's like all you get. None of this makes sense to present. This is one of those dumb situations where you have to go to the end like 3 times and he just goes, ah, yeah, I forgot to add something. Cannot present profiles here. There are no profiles to present. Okay. Okay. I'm running out of ideas. What the hell is happening here? If you got ideas, give them to me. Because this is the point where I'm going to start just trying shit. Like, I'm stumped. Can you run through his argument again? Sure. So I'll grant you that the 2 of them are father and daughter, but isn't it possible they both knew that fact? It's no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the house of Amano, and the 2 of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say my scenario is also perfectly probable? Like, it's possible. I feel like it's possible they knew each other. Yeah, but like, I don't know how to prove that. It's not the statue. We know it's not. We know it's not the we know it's not the dossier. So like, we've tried the dossier and the Phoenix statue. The only other thing I can think of would be to try the wings. Nope, not the wings. Something that decisively says they didn't know each other. Logically, yes. I can go, he didn't. Like, he never showed her the pendant, but we don't have a way to prove that. After pressing the very last statement? I believe... Oh, fuck. I believe you're just being overconfident. Because I don't see you presenting any evidence to the contrary. Not evidence to counter, and we're stuck at a draw. Agent Lang isn't wrong. His scenario is certainly a probable one. You better hurry up and do something, or Lauren's going to wind up looking really bad. I know, but first things first, is Agent Lang's line of logic correct? Do the two of them really knowingly commit a crime as father and daughter? Huh. Maybe it's something based on the crime? I presented both pendants at this point. We presented both, like on all three of the central statements. I'm almost certain I presented the dossier on all three, the horse pendant, and the wings pendant. Maybe, like, he wouldn't have been shot? I mean, I think I've got nothing else to try. Nope, that's not it. You don't need to see the top because we're about to see the fail screen. I have not actually seen a fail screen in this game yet, so we finally get to see one. Think your half-baked logic needs some more time in the oven, Mr. Prosecutor. You guys, what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation, take this young lady away. Wait. We still don't know the truth behind what happened.
It's all right. I need to pay the price for what I've done.
Thus, the truth was lost for all eternity. Okay. Are you fucking shitting me? Well, we ain't doing this today. Guess what? Guess what? I don't have the time to do this again. So the information, I guess I'm just gonna have to sit here and think about it. We'll go through the section again. Like, my understanding is that he never showed her. I mean, I think I'm too used to later Ace Attorney games where they just restart you back at that point, not the go back to the beginning of the chapter command. That sucks. All right. Like, to me, the instant she saw the wings, she knew, or that she saw the initial pendant together with her wings, she instantly knew. And that is not a reaction of somebody who would be like, ah, yes. Fuck. All right. Well, you know what? I got no clue. I'm gonna have to think about it, and then we will come back on Thursday where we will pick this back up again. Oh, I'm gonna have to sit here and think about this one. Hopefully I'll have a better idea by the time Thursday comes around and we can progress. But maybe for next time. Thank y'all for being here. You guys have all been awesome. If you're new here, hit the follow button, hit the bell, come back, hang out, watch me struggle at logic puzzles, and we can go from there. All right. Like I said, next stream will be Thursday. Hopefully, assuming something crazy doesn't happen, Thursday at 8. Don't tell me now. Keep it for Thursday, because, well, maybe. Fuck, what keyword? What could possibly be the keyword that would kickstart this shit? Like, I can't even think of anything. Like, if it has nothing to do with the relationship. Was it somehow the fact that he was killed in a suit? Wait. Didn't he disappear for a while? Didn't he disappear for the fucking... Didn't he fucking, like... I'm gonna have to think about this one, because either I'm just too tired or I'm just too frazzled to think about it at this moment. All right, I am gonna head out. I'm gonna go get ready to go to bed. I have to get up super early tomorrow for an extra early morning meeting, and then we will go from there. All right. Before I head out, though, in one kindness from each and every one of you. You have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day, whatever happens to be wherever you. All right, and I will see y'all on Thursday at 8 p.m. and we will figure this shit out. All right? All right. Later.